Good afternoon, YouTube. Welcome back. So today I'm going to be talking about another great product. But this is by a company that reached out to me called Outer Factor, and they make some super high quality, honestly pretty affordable iPad and tablet slash cell phone cases. And so I happen to have one of their tablet cases for the iPad 10.2 that they sent me, and this is I'm not going to read you the part number, but I will put the links in the description. And this is a fantastic case. Honestly, when companies reach out to me, sometimes I can be sometimes hesitant to review things that I don't necessarily own. And so I actually don't own an iPad. Well, I shouldn't say that. I have an iPad, two iPad minis. I don't have any full iPads. But honestly, my iPad mini is so old that I actually have it in a wall mount downstairs, and I just don't, it's more for show. I don't really even use it. It's become so sluggish. But my mom uses the iPad 10.2. She loves it. She uses it every day. It's a fantastic product. And these cases, I don't remember exactly which brands I've seen over the years, but I know I have spent money in the past on some of these kind of shock-resistant cases, and they can be pretty expensive. Sometimes they can be upwards of $100. So to be honest with you, and full disclosure, when they reach out to me, Outer Factor, we decided to collaborate. I just kind of chose something I could use on my mom's iPad for purposes of the video. They sent me two of their cases. This is your standard iPad 10.2 case. And of course, they sent me the same case, but this one has a pen holder. So I believe this can be also used as a stylus, but I don't know much about the different kind of components you can get for iPads. But check out my other video on this at a later date. So what do you get with this? So what I'm going to do is just kind of show you basically the different parts of this, how it installs. I'm not going to give you a full walkthrough on how it installs because it's already put on the iPad. I'll demonstrate that on the other one that I have here. And then in addition, I'm not going to do any drop tests on it because this is not my iPad. So even though the company would have liked that, I'm not doing that. I disclosed that in the beginning. But we'll talk about what they list on here, talk about the warranty a little bit, and what you get for your money. So I'm going to start off with I think the most appealing kind of check boxes, I like to call them, with this particular product is the price. 29 bucks. I mean, this is pretty cheap for what you're getting. And I don't say that like for what you're getting, like, oh, it's good for what it is. I mean, I've seen cases, I don't know, I think OtterBox is one brand, there's several other companies, that these cases can be upwards of $100, right? And there's a lot of markup in that, but this is an exceptional case for the price, for sure, but just overall, it's all in line with what I've owned by different brands for like my iPad, and it's pretty incredible. These have really come down a lot in price. If you do have a tablet that costs, you know, iPads are like 600 bucks, I definitely encourage you to get something like this to protect it, right? All right, so let me just show you what it looks like right off the bat. We have a protective film on the front here. This part, this plastic, is touch sensitive. You can touch right through it. This actually goes over your iPad. So it's not one of those glass kind of, what do they call them? Like, I don't know, like a glass screen protector you can get. This is part of the case itself. So your iPad is underneath there, and you can touch right through this, and it works fine right through the actual plastic, right? There is three different parts to this. You have an exterior case, which is made of plastic. Then you have an interior piece of plastic, which basically sandwiches the iPad. Then you have this outer rubber portion of it, which basically just kind of seals it all together. Another cool factor with this, pun intended, Outer Factor, is I really like the handle in the back. So if you're in any kind of trade where you use an iPad often and you kind of have to hold on to it while making notes or doing stuff, this is a great way to keep it from slipping out of your hand. Now, I know that we're all adults, right, for the most part, and yeah, you can grab it, and maybe you've gone your whole career with holding this and working on it without any kind of issues, but I find this just a little bit reassuring to have this in your hand. It really ensures that this is going to stay put. It also has a fold-out stand on the back, and this rotates 360 degrees, which is pretty nice. Only thing I have to say about the stand is that if you are going to use a stand, you do have to open up the wrist strap a little bit so that the stand has room to kind of pop out, and you can see like so. So I'm not going to say that that's a negative, like a negative, just so you guys know too, it has a little push button here to bring that back down, which is nice because some of the other ones I've had, you actually have to snap them, and I have broke them before. So this, just press the little button and pop it down with ease. And then you can basically, you know, if you don't use the strap, you can Velcro it all the way down, but it's great to have that, I think anyway. In addition, if you are, you know, this is something that could be used if you, let's say you were trying to strap this to like a pole or something, you know, you don't have a lot of diameter there, but you could pull this completely out and strap it to a pole. But, you know, that might be a little bit troublesome to get it back through. I'm just kind of thinking outside the box here. So let me just put this one down and just demonstrate on the one that's not installed yet. So I always struggle with these things when I get them to like pull them apart because they're so well made and they snap together with authority. It actually has this little pull tab here. So you're going to get your nail into that. And I'm just going to pull this right off of here. And again, I know you guys have probably seen stuff like this before, but it's nice that they do this. I know it's just something small and simple, but you basically just pull that and it allows you to get a little grip on the rubber. And you're basically just going to pull off that outer skin. You know, you don't have to be too gentle with it, but don't rip it. And so once you pull off the outer rubber shock skin, as we'll call it, or outer layer. All right, pop that off. You can just see it's just rubber. It says drop tested on the inside. You know, just a little bit of branding, outer factor, of course, the model number. And then we're left with the plastic case. And same thing with this, I'm just going to take off the piece of tape on there. With this one here, you'll want to take off the outer layer here. And this one looks like you can just kind of grab it underneath the pen holder. And, you know, some of this area here, especially on this one, is a little bit thin. So you want to, I don't know, it might just be wise to grab, you know, a little small screwdriver. And just kind of pop this open like so. There we go. Yeah, you just want to be a little careful because these things there are tabs on this. Just want to be gentle. You know, it is pretty durable. It's still, you can break it. And when I remove this, I'll show you the tabs I'm talking about. All right, so you have the outer layer. Give you a piece of foam on the inside. This doesn't serve any purpose. All right, so here is the back plate, right? So basically what you do with this, you take your iPad, you lay it right in the plastic plate, right? This also has some kind of foam inserts, which helps, I think, make it less rattly, right? It helps to keep the iPad from kind of shifting around on the inside of this. Even though this fits very, very well like it's designed for the 10.2, it's still nice that they include that. I've seen cheaper ones which don't have like that foam insert and they can be a little bit rattly. So that's cool. So you basically pop your iPad in there. You'll take the outer cover here and you also, this comes with a blue, it's just a screen protector. You want to take this off. There is a pull tab right here. You will remove this from the inside. I'm not going to pull it off for the purpose of the video, and that makes this completely clear. It's just a protection thing. And then what you do is you basically put your iPad in here, sandwich this over the top. It's also to be noted, I want to show you something here on the push buttons. So these are actually like a push button. I don't know if you can see this. These are actually plastic buttons. And so some of the other ones I've seen, they just have like a piece of rubber. And when you try to press the button, because remember, you got to interact with the case, which is going to interact with the iPad. Sometimes when you push on those, they can be kind of hard to press and the rubber kind of gives. So the plastic definitely helps to make a nice solid connection between those buttons. Let's see on the top one here. I think on the volume one, you will actually just press, yeah, the volume one. This is for a different one. So, all right. So anyway, we're just gonna pop this back on. And when I mentioned earlier removing this, there are these tabs around the faceplate right here. And so when you're removing this, just gently get under there and just pry them up a little bit. Be gentle with it. Don't go crazy. And with this, we're basically just gonna pop the iPad in there, sandwich it closed like so. Just kind of snaps on, and then your iPad would be in here. Then of course you take the you take your outer, we'll call it your outer layer, your outer rubber layer, and basically just line this up. It only goes on one way, so basically line it up, snap it in place, and now you have a really well-made, shock-resistant case for your iPad. It's got to protect it from, you just want to make sure on the front here, just kind of peel this rubber lip around the plastic like so. Yeah, there you go. Right? pretty straightforward. You know, they're not really reinventing the wheel here like these have been done, but this is, I mean, a great value, and you get a lot of bang for your buck. I mean, the protection is here. Definitely, this is comparable case I've seen at least 3 times as much, so pretty cool. Plastic on it, you know, I think these are available if you want to get a custom one. They can do different colors. They can also do company logos on here. They have the spots cut out for your camera. Charging port on the bottom has a kind of a rubber door, so you just basically just pop this open. Once it's on the iPad, it's going to be easier to open on up. Right now it's kind of slipping down, but you'll pop this open. Let me just show you on the one that's actually installed. So right on the bottom here, open that up. And this is nice because it's going to keep, you know, if you work out in the rain, if you are using this for work or whatnot, it's going to help to keep, this is not, like, you can't dunk this, this is not waterproof or water resistant. It just helps keep the water off your iPad. You know, your camera's still exposed. There is some open areas where, you know, if you were in a downpour, like, water could get in there. So just kind of be mindful of that. But really nice case. I mean, again, super high quality, a lot of bang for your buck. And for the price, 29 bucks is pretty incredible. Again, as always, links are in the description here. And this video might end up on the company's website. So depending on where you're buying it, I'm always going to link it to where the company recommends. And I think in this case, we're going to do their direct website. Let me see what happens when you click where to buy. Let's see what it says here. Yeah, so okay, so this looks like sold to a lot of authorized partners. When you click the link, it brings up a list of different sellers. CDW, I've heard about them. Cellular Accessories, I've heard about them. So yeah, so I'll try to put the links. If they do have an Amazon store, I'll put that in there as well. I always recommend that being the best place. So let me just read to you what it says about this here. It says here, our Workforce Pro case provides maximum drop protection, optimal ergonomics, a 360-degree rotating kickstand. Pretty cool, very easy to rotate. And this is what I was talking about earlier too. Like if you're doing work and you sometimes have to rotate between landscape and portrait, very easy way to rotate this around. If you have to flip it, you know, I really like that a lot. I actually kind of regret not asking them for one of their cell phone cases instead, because I could definitely use that. An integrated hand strap allows you to maximize productivity on the go while ensuring your device is easy to carry. Includes the built-in screen protector. They call it a PET screen protector for total device protection out of the box. And it says the Workforce Pro series also features shoulder strap attach points. Shoulder strap sold separately. So you do have some attachment points here and here. I would like to have seen that included, but that would be definitely handy if you're in any kind of job where, you know, you have tools or whatnot and you carry this around. Great way to strap this to yourself, you know, throw it over the shoulder. And then a couple of the, just kind of the specifications here. PC shell with TPU cover provides full body protection. It is drop tested, so they say. Lifetime warranty, that's pretty incredible. Of course, I don't know if they have any information on that, but that's pretty good they mentioned that. Includes a removable hand strap. So this hand strap, of course, you could just pull this right out. And if you don't want to use that, you just want to use the integrated kickstand, you can. You're not required to use this, right? So I like the fact that they made that removable. Has that 360-degree rotating kickstand, charging port cover, the optional shoulder strap, and custom colors and logos available. So pretty awesome. I mean, it's a great, great case. Check it out. Pretty badass, right? And I know, you know, you folks have seen stuff like this before. I like the fact they have like a pretty well open speaker kind of grills here, so you can actually hear the audio well. Some of the other ones I've seen, they put these little itty bitty kind of perforations, and it's honestly very difficult for you to hear your audio. So this is going to give you full audio that the iPad was designed for, right? It's not going to be obstructed in any way. It's a great case. I mean, you really can't go wrong. You're spending $600 for an iPad, and I assume I'm pretty sure that's what they cost. 30 bucks is a great way to protect your device. Not bad, folks. Pretty impressed, honestly. You know, I wasn't too, again, flat out honesty, you know, I've seen a lot of things like this, and when they reached out, I was like, all right, well, another, you know, iPad case. But it is a really nice quality case. It's up there with the big players in that kind of, in that world. And I can think of brands like, I know OtterBox is one, and there's another one that I had years ago on my iPod Touch. Very durable, right? You know, you drop the thing and it bounces. I mean, it's pretty fantastic. So, but those were like, I remember paying at least $40 for one for like an iPod Touch. So for 29 bucks, this is a great value, and I definitely encourage you to get one for your device. So thanks for watching, folks. If you have any questions, let me know. I'm always here to help you guys out. What else? You guys have a fantastic day and take care.